BTM's Learning Disability History project was set up in the summer of 2013 with the aim of recording and preserving the life stories of people with learning disabilities within the Bradford district. There was a firm belief that a project about the lives of those within the learning disabled community should be inclusively worked upon by a person with learning disabilities, so as to help guide the project and help it focus on the elements of the community's lives that are important to them. To this end, Corbyn has worked upon the project from its very start, being integral to every decision and aspect of work of the project, from research to conducting interviews to editing and producing the final films. Corbyn and I worked closely with 14 individuals from across the district, recording their stories through a series of interviews, discussing the aspects of their lives that was important to them. We would meet with each person on a regular basis, encouraging them to take charge of the decision over which subjects should be included in their own video stories. We covered a range of subjects, such as what it was like growing up within the district, what work and volunteering opportunities have been available, the use of daycare centres, healthcare, interacting with other people within the community, changes to the district over the years, using public transport, and many more. The following film is made up of a selection of videos from the archives, which together tell the stories of this minority group that for too often throughout history have lacked the opportunity to take control of the story that is told about them. Learning Disability History Project, Childhood and Education. Going to school. David and Jane explain what it's like to start at a mainstream school. David started St Patrick's in 1952 at the age of 5 and was there until he was 16. Jane started at Yorkshire Martyrs when she was 13 in 1982. Previously she had attended St Joseph's Primary and St Blaise Middle School.
I think like all children, I think I was a little bit frightened because it was something different.
So quite frightened really. It was a nightmare getting round, so yeah, I was quite apprehensive.
Robert and Julie both went to the same school, Lindley House, in 1968, which was a special school for 9 to 18-year-olds.
Well, when you come in gate, it was like a big playground, and then the door was, the school was like that, like a triangle, like an arch, and it was corridors all the way down, and then down where there was classroom where we come in the door, then there was all manager, there was all like the head teacher and that lot, and then secretary and all that lot.
To have a lovely school.
Yeah, because what was it that you liked about Lindley House?
Because the staff were good, art staff were good, and all that lot.
Martin went to a boarding school. There was no suitable school in Bradford for Martin, so he was sent to Meldreth Manor in Hertfordshire, a boarding school which was run by Scope.
Go to a school so far away, why weren't you able to go to
Because there wasn't any way of me having a school in Bradford, because there wasn't no better.
George grew up in foster care and spent most of his childhood in boarding schools. Here he tells us about his time at St Vincent's School, a school for sensory impairment and other needs, which is in Liverpool.
Well, I had a welfare daughter. I had a welfare officer. I used to come and tell me.
Oh right, I see. All right. So, how did they take you down to school?
We used to get the bus and then get a train through.
Lessons. Depending on the type of school that you would go to, would affect how you would experience your lessons. Mainstream schools would be very formal settings with large class sizes and limited interaction with teachers. Special schools would have a smaller class size, allowing the teachers to spend more time with each child. Also, the lessons would be less formal and would tend to focus more upon arts and crafts. In the following videos, George, David, Jane, Robert, Julie and Martin recall what lessons were like at their schools.
We used to go about 6:30 every morning
Yes.
to go to church, well, to mass. And the church were, the chapel actually in the building itself, so
Oh, right, in the school itself.
we then we had breakfast at 8:30. Then went into lessons then after that.
We were pleased to do things. We were, we didn't say, well, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. I mean, we had to do the, we had to do our lessons. There was maths, English, history, geography, music, and we had to do it.
I struggled in a lot in them, in most of them, but managed to get through somehow. I don't know today how I did, but I managed it.
The sewing were brilliant. I made some lovely clothes.
Okay. Oh, well, what did they look like? Could you tell me all about the clothes?
They had flowers on my pants and blow top and that. Used to go around, when we did that, what was it now? Summit walk or something, catwalk. Used to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Used to do that.
Oh, so you had like a fashion like show with
Yeah,
catwalk showing your
yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, it went good. It was good though.
I used to do leatherwork, like making purses and wallets and things.
All right, so you're making purses and wallets. Could you tell me all about how were you making the wallets and purses?
Well, we used to have the leatherwork, and then that plastic stuff, which is called fonging type of stuff.
Right. Yes.
And we used to do it with that.
Because I couldn't get on with some teachers. Yeah.
Why was that, Robert? Why couldn't you?
Because I walked out of school, and I just said I won't come in here just to play tambourines all the time. I said I was here to learn to read and write and do sums and all that. So.
They had your basic, your English, maths, geography, and religious education. The religious education with Miss Stella as my form teacher. And languages things with other teachers, so you had to move around school to get to that class.
Okay.
Really. Yeah. I found some of them easy, some of them hard. It depended really which lesson it was.
And I used to do pottery, pottery with this machine. I used to do pottery with this machine and that. I used to do pots, mugs, dishes, you name it.
Oh, so can you please tell me all about this machine? How does the pottery machine work?
The pottery machine, it was easy. All I've got to do is just put my foot down and then it goes round, does this machine. And then when I was doing my pot and I did it, I had to put it on the shelf somewhere so staff could see it. And I used to paint it with different, different colours. I painted.
What colours was your pot?
My colours were green, yellow, red. I used to do patterns on them. Patterns. And all this lot. I used to do all that.
I chose the cooking because I really enjoyed it. I chose English because I was quite good at it. I didn't choose geography because I wasn't very good at it. And I chose like languages, or woodwork. Yeah, woodwork.
But PE was we had to go to different schools for PE, and if we were to go for swimming, we had to go across the green lane to the swimming pool there, and we really enjoyed going out.
I made a few things in woodwork. A book stand, I think one was one of them. Yeah, I made a few things, yeah. But I think that was a bad choice with looking back.
Oh, why is that? Why did you regret it?
I wasn't very good at it, really. I tried it, but not very good. Not to any success.
And woodwork I did a toolbox, with throwing tools in.
Yes.
I made one of them. An egg rack for putting eggs in.
Mate, I'll be voting all the people get in one big workshop.
And can you remember anything you made in woodwork?
Welding.
Oh, you did welding as well?
Yeah.
Woodwork in the workshop. Was this done in the same workshop, the welding?
Yeah, but with one hand. I could manage it with one hand.
Oh, right, so I take it you were really good at the welding.
Yeah.
Can you remember what tools you use for welding?
Well, you didn't use a tool for welding. You just put the pin. You put the pin on
the metal. Was it?
The aluminium, and you put it on the little bit of machinery, and it weld it together.
Oh, right. So what was this welding machine like? How did that work?
We're working with electricity.
And did you have to wear one of them like a welding like mask when you did your?
No, gobble.
Oh, goggles.
Yeah.
So there were no masks, just goggles.
Yeah.
And then so to protect your eyes because you get right bright sparks, don't you?
Well, actually, I had two gardens. I had like a curb garden, like a curb going up toward the garden.
Oh, right.
And I used to grow flowers in it.
Can you remember what type of flowers it was you were growing?
Geraniums, daffodils, all sorts really.
Yeah.
And then the other one I just used to grow roses because I used to like roses. I used to like the smell of the roses.
But I see Green Joe on television, that programme, Green, is it, not Green Street, is it City Street or something? And I watch, I think it's called Sunhill, isn't it? Green Hill, Sunhill.
Green Shoe, is it?
Yeah.
Green Shoe, I think.
Yeah, and when I watched that programme, I said, I wish our place was like that at school because the way to keep all kids in school and say, not good. And I think headmaster should have, I think head teacher should have said to teachers, right, sit them all down, you're here to let them out to. And I think my problem was, probably I might have wanted more attention when we were being at school, but I don't think I was getting, like Karen was saying here when I first come here, she said, you've done more here you did when you was at school.
Because one of my sisters used to go to Fairfax and that.
Which one, Julie?
Carol.
Carol. And, okay, so was she not there when you were at Fairfax?
She was there. She was there.
Yeah, so was she there at the same time as you?
Yeah, same time as me. She used to be in a different class. Though she was doing all this writing or something. I don't know.
Oh, so was she not in any of
No,
the same lessons as you?
no, she won't.
Children. Interacting with other children at school, whether they are friends or the classroom bully, can play a large part on how we interact with other people within our communities. George, David, Martin, Jane, Robert and Julie now explain what it was like for them when interacting with other children in their classes.
Mixed school, it was girls and boys and mums.
At first we used to run round the playground when we were in the infants. We had a playground across the street. It was only a little car park, as they would call it now. And we played in there. Then when we went to the boys' school with a yard inside the school walls, we'd play around we just chased ourselves around there. And then as we got older, we went across the road to the old infirmary yard in Westgate. We used to play on there. And that was it. We used to chase one another, the boys, each other around the yard and sit and talk or.
Can you remember any children you played with at that time?
It was break time. When it was break time, it was 11. Then I got I sort of what we do.
So, does school have a playground for children to go to at break time?
Yeah, playground.
What was the playground like?
Where you put wings together.
Oh, those swings in the playground?
Yeah.
Can you remember what else was in the
It
playground?
was a long time ago, though, 8 years ago.
It was, yeah. So they had those swings in the playground. Did you like to play on the swings?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did
I've enjoyed it.
Oh, did anybody push you on the swings?
What I used to do really, by missing so much school in the first school, I used to stay back here. So the friends that I'd made at the first school, they'd gone up, and of course I'd stayed there. So you lost touch with them really. So you kind of made friends, new friends each year.
Used to play a bit, and then one of these was well, they couldn't find no else for me to do, so I used to sit in the playroom or play the piano a little bit.
Oh, right, yes. Okay. Oh, and you said that you like to go to the playroom and play the piano. Please, could you tell me about the playroom?
Yeah, it was a fairly big room. It had proper stage, like. It was a grand piano. Yeah, it was a grand piano.
We didn't play. We had like playing snakes and ladder and all that games.
Yeah.
And
So there was like a games room, was
no, games was all in class where we were. We never went in. We never had a games room. We used to have them all in cupboards at school where we
Oh, so you usually stayed in and played ball games? Did you not usually go out?
We played football. But every time I played that, I used to always climb over the gate and go out.
Yeah, they had to play out at front, not back, front. So I thought, right, you're all in, get in. I'm in charge, get in.
Oh, yes, so you.
So I was in charge at the playground.
And yeah, please could you tell me all about the.
We will that. So fire brigade comes and all this, that and other. And I thought, oh no, fire engines out there.
Wait, so there was a fire?
The war, nearly, but I thought, oh no. I thought, oh my God. It's going to be right, stay with stuff. Running in and out at the door. Everywhere. They didn't know what to do, didn't staff? Because one of them went at the toilet, they come back out and all of a sudden, fire alarm went and I thought, oh, I thought, oh no, fire in the right state.
Special needs class, there was like the roughest of the rough he put me in with, and like I was the timid one and just tried to get on with work and keep quiet. But one day there was like Miss Mischief, the English, and I think it was Mr. Hardcastle, so maths. One day there was neither of them, like they both went out at the same time, and they sat on me. But you know, spastic all this thought, yeah, the usual things. And then the next thing I knew, I was up at the door. No word for lie, if I don't leave this room. There was one at my throat, one at me each side, and then said to me, if you say anything that happened, we'll kill you.
But the thing I didn't like is when they put me on it was like, I don't know if you ever had one at school, but it was like a bench, it was like they called it a green seat or something, and it was like a thing, and you could sit there, and all your mates are going up, all your mates who you was in class with, and you couldn't speak to them because you was like on a thing.
Well, one of them nearly did not smack me over head with shoe. And I thought, oh no. I thought, I'm going to get right. You're going to get done.
So did it get done?
Yeah, they did. So they had to stand in the corner, didn't they? One of them.
Okay.
But there was none of this like there is today by bullying people. Saying
to tease each other.
we'd fight it out. We'd hit each other. But there was none of this saying being bullied, or we called each other's names. But I said, you just stuck to it.
Well, you knew you weren't going to get killed, but it was the threat, all right, to keep me quiet. In the end, I did say something, and then I was told, we'll forgive them.
All right, so the teachers just told you that
Yeah.
to forgive them? Okay, and was that all they did? Did they do anything else to deal with?
Oh no, there was nothing. They didn't do anything to me. It was just kind of washed onto the carpet, as I'd say.
Teachers. Teachers are meant to be the role models that children will look up to, leaving a lasting impression upon each mind as they teach us the knowledge and skills that we need to get us through later life. The next videos show how different the experiences were for our volunteers: David, Julie, Martin, George, Jane and Robert.
Because we didn't get on with our work. They told us we were lazy if we didn't get we didn't get things right. We were just lazy. There was none of this helping out like they do today. I mean, we had to get on with our work, and there was no homework.
And they never helped you.
If you were struggling, they never helped you. They helped the ones that were trying to get through to higher education.
But only them, they just left everybody else.
Oh yes, you would, because there was one teacher to 40 boys in the classroom sometimes.
My favourite teacher was at Linley. It was Mrs. Shaw.
Okay, Mrs. Shaw.
Yeah.
Okay. And why?
In top classroom, near corridor,
Okay.
right up.
Okay, and why was she your favourite?
Because she was a lovely person. She was a lovely teacher.
And
I used to go singing and all sorts in the class, singing their songs and stuff.
And what?
Because I used to be in the choir at one time at Linley.
Oh, so was Miss Shaw the choir? Mrs. Shaw the choir teacher?
Yeah. So Mrs. Griffin was playing piano and stuff like that. So I thought Julie's going in the choir. So I thought, all right. So they picked me instead.
Todd, you said he was called, didn't you? The teacher was in charge of the work.
Yeah, he was in charge of the work.
And can you remember what the so was he not in charge of them welding or just?
I mean, he was in charge of the welding as well.
Were there any other teachers in the workshop?
We were only two.
Can you remember what the other one was called? No. Okay. So
I've forgotten now.
So that's okay.
It's so long ago.
Yeah, that's fine. And so you said that also Mr. Todd was like. Can you remember what Mr. Todd was like?
He was a school teacher.
Yeah.
Where it was big, but it was the mummy school teacher. Told me what to do while I in the woodwork part.
They never used the cane. They're always in the corner.
Oh, they were devils. They used to hit us with a cane. Sometimes they hit us with a slipper. And, we used to stick books down our trousers to stop the pain.
Oh, you say you used them as shields when the cane.
Yes, I used to get the cane off, and
I'm not very pleased with teachers. No, one in particular. I always remember going to my maths lesson for the first time ever, looking for this F12, which was always in the corner as usual. So I found F12, and I said, "Is this F12?" And this teacher, my maths teacher, that was going to be the maths teacher for the year, he said, "This is it." I thought, "Oh great, I've got you for a year." And for 3 years we didn't hit it off. So I was rather glad to get rid of him.
Because all the teachers were well, I'm just going out, so excuse. And I said, well, and then, because we were stalled, we started getting up to mischief, started chucking out books and all that, because we wanted some attention, because teachers always going out. It was always saying their excuse, saying they're going to the toilet or going into canteen or going into staff room, and just leaving us unattended.
You just got one, and if you got stuck, you put your hand up and they came to you.
Or the teacher themselves?
But apart from that, there was no support until they decided I was struggling in class, and they'd take me out into like a sport class where I needed help, and they'd help me with it. But that didn't work out either. So that kind of backfired. But the thought was there.
My headmaster would call Mr. Camp.
Mr. Khan. And what was he like?
He was the boss of the school. He was the boss of it.
Do you remember, did anybody ever get sent to his office? Did any children ever get sent to his office to be naughty or anything?
Yeah, a lot of people were naughty.
Yeah. Oh, what type? In what ways? Like, what type of things did the children do when they were naughty?
Complaining a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they just left you to get on with it, and I just left. I just went through the school knowing nothing, as they say.
How did you feel about that? Did you feel let down?
Oh no, not at the time, no. But come to leaving school. I mean, after leaving school, I had to get on with what was going on. My dad started to help me to read and write, and
Oh,